The next step is to create the models for this Movies app. These models are Python classes that we use to represent our application data. So here in our Movies app, we're going to have models like genre and movie. Let's go ahead and create them. So here in the Movies directory, let's open up models.py. Here I'm going to create a class called genre, and we should derive this class from models.model. What is going on here? So in Django, we have this package, django.db. This package encapsulates all the functionality around working with databases. Now, in this package, we have a module called models, and in this module, we have a class called model. This class encapsulates a lot of functionality for storing a model object in a database or retrieving model objects, filter them, and so on. You're going to learn about them soon. So, by inheriting our genre class from the base model class in Django, our genre class will also inherit all that functionality, which means we don't really have to write any code to store genre objects in a database. Django will automatically take care of that. So, think of the concept of genre. What attributes should a genre have? Well, in a basic implementation, all we need to know about the genre is its label or name. Is this an action movie or comedy or what? So here I'm going to define a class attribute called name, and we set it to an instance of a field class in Django. So in the models module, we have a bunch of field classes. For example, we have char field to represent a database field that can contain textual data. We also have integer field, we have float field, Boolean field, and so on. So here I'm going to set this to an instance of the char field class. And here we should pass a keyword argument, max length. Let's set this to 255 characters. With this, we can ensure that no genre can have a name longer than 255 characters. And this is one way to prevent security attacks in our application. So a hacker cannot attempt to create a genre with a name that is 2 billion characters long. So we enforce a limit here. So here's our genre class. Now, similarly, we need to create a movie class. So once again, class movie. We derive this from models.model. Now, what attributes of a movie do we need to know? Well, in our imaginary video rental application, we need to know the title for each movie, the year it was published, the number of these movie DVDs we have in the store or in the stock, as well as the daily rental rate. So let's go ahead and create these attributes. We set the title to models.char field. Once again, we have to set max length. For consistency, I'm going to set this to 255. Next, we need another attribute, release year. We're going to set that to models.integer field. Now let's create number in stock. Again, we set this to models.integer field. And finally, daily rate. Let's set that to models.float field. So we can store values like $2.95. Now, each movie needs to be associated with a genre. How do we do that? Well, here we should add another attribute, genre, and we set it to an instance of models.foreign key. Now with this, we can create a relationship between movies and genres. So as the first argument, we need to pass the genre class because we want to add a relationship between the movie and the genre classes, right? Now, as the second argument, we need to pass a keyword argument that is on delete. And with this, we tell Django what should happen when a genre is deleted. For example, if we have a genre called comedy, and we have 5 movies in this genre, what should happen if we accidentally or deliberately delete the comedy genre? In this tutorial, let's assume that if a genre is deleted, all the movies associated with it should also be deleted. This is what we call cascading. So here we set onDelete to models.cascade. So let me zoom out so you can see the complete code. So up to this point, these are the 2 model classes that we need in the Movies app. In the future, we can come back and add additional classes or modify the existing ones. The next step is to tell Django to synchronize our database with the models we have defined in the Movies app. And that's the topic for the next lecture.